This morning, about 4:23 this morning, fire crews responded to a call of a house fire in the 2203 South Ida. When they arrived on the scene, they had fire showing through two windows on the south side of the house, and as they made entry into the home through the front door, they located the seat of the fire in what turned out to be a bed that was in the front room. They controlled the fire pretty quickly there, and as they made their way through the rest of the house, they located a victim. Initially, they appeared to be unconscious in a back room near the back door. The victim was removed from the home, and then when an assessment was done, it was determined that she was deceased. The investigation is still underway. We have gotten some more information since I talked to some of you earlier this morning, but basically it'll be under investigation until an autopsy is performed later today. We did determine, we estimated a loss at about $35,000 to structure and $15,000 to contents. Some of the details, the victim has not been officially identified yet, but we do believe her to be a 52-year-old white female. The home, she was the only occupant, and we did find the remains of a smoke alarm that was destroyed in the course of the fire. It looked to have a battery in it, but we can't determine whether it activated or not. There had been a history at this home 2 times previous, one of them being in July. Crews responded because of a fire due to smoking on oxygen. But the one thing we've been able to do is we've ruled out oxygen being involved in this incident. There was no home oxygen in use at the time. But like I said before, the exact cause is still under investigation.
Was she the person who was using the home oxygen at the time?
Yes. Yeah, and the other incidents.
And when was that last time?
July 26th was the one that I have documented, and I believe there was another one just a few weeks before that one. In July, yes.
Both were the same things too?
Smoking on oxygen. And the way that I have it documented, they weren't big fires. It was just where there was a flash fire. She was taken in for inhalation, possible injuries, and that's about as far as it went.
But she was not severely injured.
Yeah, she returned to the home.
So you said that the source of the fire, or the seat of the fire, was in a bed?
Yeah.
In the front part, like in the living room or something?
Yeah, the living room was being utilized. What we think of the living room was being utilized as a bedroom. Bed and dresser and all that was in there. It's a fairly small home, probably under 700 square feet, 600 square feet.
Single story? Or was
Yeah,
it
single
just
story.
Since she was, could you tell whether the fire had blocked, like escaping through a front door, or what would have normally been the front door if that living room had been converted?
Actually, from what the information we were able to pull from the scene, we believe that she used the back door or the side door as the main entrance and exit of the home anyway. So the door into her bedroom, or what we would perceive as the front door knocking on it, was not routinely used. And actually, there was a note on the door that said, "Go to the other door."
Did you enter through the front door?
Yeah, the fire crews forced entry through the front door. And like I said, she was actually located back towards the kitchen, which was near the north door, or the back side door of the house.
And when you say oxygen was ruled out, but the possibility that she was smoking in bed may have...
That's a possibility we're still dealing with. But the oxygen we know, because you can follow tubing and see where the supplies are, and none of it was involved. We found it, it's on the scene, but none of it was involved. It's still fine.
So you did say that you believe the fire started in the bed?
Yeah, the fire started in the area of the bed. There's bed stand, there's other things, but that's about as far as we have right now.
The bed you found in the living room, correct?
Yes, correct. That's the only bedroom.
Okay.
Based on where you found her, do you surmise she was attempting to escape?
Yeah, that's most likely, and we'll know more after we're able to take a look at her injuries better during the autopsy, but that's our working theory right now, is that she was at some mode of escaping or trying to deal with the fire when she was overcome by the smoke.
Was she burned at all?
It's a little early for us to say exactly, because when we're looking at her, there's soot and there's everything like that. It didn't appear to be major thermal injuries, but we'll see what the autopsy says.
Did anyone else live in this home with her?
No, there was no, her significant other had passed away in the fall, and so she was living there by herself.
How many fire fatalities is that this year?
That's the first.
That's what I thought.
Stu, you said significant other, was it a husband, or do you not know?
Yeah, husband.
That was.
Yep.
And when you had those other fires this summer, was she the one that was smoking while on oxygen?
Yes.
Okay, so he wasn't?
No. No, all our information was is that she was the one that was smoking on oxygen at those times.
Any other family here in town that you know of? Stu?
Yeah, there's family that's been out at the scene. We've been in contact with them, and I know the coroner's office is as well.
You know when you might be able to release a name?
You know how it goes, just once the coroner has officially identified them, that's up to them. That may be fairly quickly, but because like I said, I know they're in contact with the family, and once that's all done.
Will you be issuing them, or do we need to be checking back with you?
You might need to check back with me, because right now I'm on hold with the coroner's office. They're having to deal with some situations, and so we don't know when the post is going to be.
You anticipate that being sometime today or tomorrow?
Typically, it would be today, but like I said, they're waiting on some other people, some other moving parts, so they have to wait.